Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at an all-XL team with Umbreon, Alolan Ninetales, and Alolan Raichu. So I've had the Alolan Raichu, just made the Alolan Ninetales a couple days ago, as well as the Umbreon. So we're going to have a bit of a story time here, folks. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I know you all like to hear them. And it is going to be on a topic that a lot of you are wondering, what in the heck is going on, and why is Poke sound so passive-aggressive in his videos from time to time? Well, I'm going to explain to you what is going on here once and for all so we can end this and not talk about it. All right, so before we get into story time, I just want to tell you that we're going to be using the full XL team, but then we're going to kind of veer off from that path and just start using other Pokemon. But we are going to be sticking with the Umbreon and the Alolan Ninetales on the team for, I do believe, most of the time. We're going to be using a Venusaur and the Shadow Machamp, as well as the Talonflame periodically with teams that we've made in the past. So with that said, let's get into what drama has been stirred up here for quite some time. So basically, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to give you the side of the story that makes me look good. I'm going to give you just the full story, and I'm going to tell you what I've done. So this can go way back, but I'm going to kind of make it as quick as possible. Unfortunately, it's not going to really be too much commentary here. Got 17 minutes for this video, so basically, I called out another YouTuber for ripping me off, which in fact was the case. I mean, it was too much of a coincidence for this specific thing to happen. And this was not just one time. This was reoccurring constantly. There's one thing for everybody to cover the news. I mean, give me a break. Obviously, we're going to do that. And then it's another thing for somebody to completely rip you off, and it is obvious. And you're getting messages left and right saying, hey, did you see that? And yes, I did see that. So what can we do? Just let it go? Sure. And we did for a while. But then I started saying things, taking little shots on Twitter. And I will say this, probably a little unnecessary for the things that I did say. I could have pointed it out and not stepped over the line and name called or using ad hominems or things like that. But, I did. Not super bad, but, I was just calling it out and it's getting annoying, like just straight ripping. But here's the thing. A lot of the people that they roll with and the people that watch them and support them were at the same time saying that I wasn't so good, that I don't know what I'm doing. And yet they're literally using everything that I'm putting out. So that's where the first kind of problems started stemming. I don't care if you use my team. I don't care. It doesn't mean anything. I don't have a patent on it. But don't dare come and start running your mouth and then, say that I suck and then use my stuff. That's where the thing started veering off, okay? And then recently I called out again on Twitter. And this is the thing. A lot of the PvP community, a little amount of them do not like me. I can't even nearly say it's a lot of you guys, because it's not. Obviously, it's a very small demographic of basement dwellers, basically. So all they needed was just one little excuse for me to, step out of line, for them to just completely attack me. That's it. That's all they need, right? We already know this is the way things work in life. If you know, or in a situation like that, you just need to screw up one time. One little thing, it doesn't matter how big or small it is, but they're going to use that and take it all the way until the end, right? So time goes on, I called out that person and the attacks started happening. That's all they wanted. And all right, I'm going to say at the end of the day, me putting those tweets out was a calling basically for this. I'm not saying I intentionally wanted all this drama, but the backlash that I got from it was, I'm not going to say it was I deserved it or anything, but to some degree, I can't complain because, I put it out there. Sure, there was attacks that were beyond even close of what I was saying, but this is what happens when you have a group of people who are extremely angry with themselves, their lives. Maybe they just don't simply like me because of the position I'm in. We already know, right? So to pretty much wrap this up and not drag it on any longer, that's it. I put out some things. People were kind of ripping me off, which was 100%. Maybe a coincidence here and there, and I attacked this specific person, and then they used that as an excuse to continue attack me because, well, they just are, I'm going to have to say it, probably jealous, because what other reason? I don't come on anybody's streams, I don't talk crap, I don't do any of that, I leave everybody alone, and I just mind my own business. But when you're going to start stepping on my toes, and the people that support you are running their mouth as well as you running your mouth as well, in a chat that I was actually showing screenshots for, FYI, you have moles, then, you know, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to snap back and I'm not going to show those screenshots because I'm not going to jeopardize this person's position here amongst the wolves, where I wouldn't even call them wolves, or you could probably call them rats. That's pretty much it because they're picking off scraps. So there you go. That's pretty much it, folks. And I'm going to try to like tone it down here. I know I've been a little bit aggressive on it, but it's annoying, right? And I like to put them in their place. It's funny because before we end this story time and get into the commentary, I use all kinds of crazy Pokemon, right? We're trying to make some entertaining content. We're not trying to be on the leaderboards. We're not trying to make up for something else that we don't have and prove that we're like King Kong at the top. We don't care. We're over here having fun, showing you guys some meta teams, some really spicy teams beyond spice that probably ruins my chances of rising to the top from time to time and other seasons. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't care about leaderboards. I have bills I need to pay. I have responsibilities over here. I can't just play Pokemon Go with 3 accounts or 2 accounts and my secondary account and try to rise up as high as I possibly can and make my self-esteem feel better. That's just not the way it's going to happen. I do my battles, I make some news, and then I have a lot of things that I have to take care of behind the scenes over here. That's just the way it goes. So that's what's going on here, folks. I mean, that's pretty much it. There's not much more to talk about. I can keep going on and on about it, but what's the point? I just wanted to keep you up to date on what is going on because I know that my last video, man, I was really drilling it to them. So we'll try to veer away from that and kind of just focus on the positive and just talk about the battle without that extra spice talk, if you know what I mean. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into this battle here. All right, so this trainer really made me work for this. This is a very tricky one. So we're going to go ahead and let this, I think, might be switching, I might be confusing it with another battle, but nonetheless, they're going to be shielding it up. Oh yeah, this is the one. We're swapping into our Alolan Ninetales XL. And just to let you know, see a lot of people talking about this now. This thing is absolutely amazing. Yes, it's so worth it. Oh my gosh. How did I get the candies? Well, I just caught a bunch of Ninetales, I guess. Hatched a bunch. I think majority of them came from the 7-kilometer hatches when I was going crazy hatching eggs. And yeah, that's pretty much it, right? I've been playing since the beginning, hardcore grinding, all that stuff. So up against the Umbreon here, we're going to be shielding this up. Could have maybe went for a couple of weather balls, but we're just going to go ahead and build up to the Dazzling Gleam while using our last shield there and taking the win. Moving it on to our next opponent here, folks. Let's see what we have and see what team we're using because, like I said, we're going to be switching it up. Looks like we're still going with the Ninetales and Alolan Raichu. So this was a squishy team, as I'm using an XL Umbreon. All right, that's pretty much the only... Ninetales has got some thickness to it as well. Alolan Raichu can take a few more hits than it usually can, other than its regular level 40 self, but it's still going to be kind of squishy here. So up against this Snorlax, we're taking super effective from the lick. They're double shielding, so at this point now they can farm us down because we did dramatically lower our defense. They are shieldless, but they do have energy on that Shadow Snorlax, which is going to be kind of threatening here, especially because it has superpower. So we're going to be building up to our foul play here, but this is not going to be enough to KO that Snorlax. They're really building up some energy here. We're absolutely going to let this superpower go through. It's going to be doing a lot of damage, but it's, you know, we're still looking great. Swapping into the Ninetales to absorb this next superpower here, leaving this Snorlax energyless. They're going to be swapping into the Lapras here, and we should be able to just go for those Dazzling Gleams to take the win here. Going to be holding on to our shield 100%. We don't need to let that go. Umbreon is still at about half health, looking pretty healthy, so I think we should be okay here. Let's see how this works out. Going for that Dazzling Gleam, doing some nice damage. I think all right, we're going to shield this. Okay. We want to swap. We need to swap. Come on. Woo, baby. We did it right on time. That was close. Our clock was just ready as they got to their surf there. Beautiful. Getting to the last resort, and Machamp comes in, and I screw up, and I go, oh, man, I go for foul play. Nice. They caught the foul play. Must say, well done. Looks like they're trying to farm us down here. Now, if I did go for another last resort, I think I would have been able to win this. Yeah, well, it would have been a little bit more damage. Actually, since I came in here with this, that I do believe their other Pokemon has energy ready to go. So we're going to take down that Machamp. And I think, let's see. Coming in with that Snorlax. We're building up extra energy because we know we need it, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think, for the win here. Down goes the Snorlax, and Lapras comes in, and yeah, they take us out. Good game, yeah. Good game, you got me there. Into the next one here, and we're going to be met with a Galade. Fantastic. So it looks like we're going to be taking off the Raichu and going for the Machamp using the team that we did use yesterday. This thing was just killer. Charm will be definitely deadly to it, but you can work around it with the Alolan Ninetales as well as the Umbreon's Last Resort. If you can get a Rock Slide through, that would be also fantastic up against a Fairy type. So they're going to be swapping into their Alolan Muck. We're going to go ahead and go in with our Machamp, letting that go through and calling that Dark Pulse not very effective. Building up extra energy beyond the Cross Chop here. We're getting a shield. Fantastic. We have another one ready to go. We're going to go ahead and go for that now. If we get 2 shields, that's great. They're letting it go through. And unfortunately not able to farm. Please tell me I shield up here. Oh, we're letting it go, and it's a sludge. Unfortunately, they take us out here. Now they have swap. All right, something that we have going for us is a 2-shield situation. We're able to go in there and take out that Muck by a farm down. In comes the Galade here. We need to be cautious for close combat now because, well, we are within range of being taken out. So we're going to go ahead and swap. Was trying to catch, but I was able to actually farm down, which is even better because they're not able to get off that energy. In comes a Talonflame, which is obviously going to be very effective to the Alolan Ninetales here. But our XL is going to be holding it down here. We have 2 shields left. Come on, we can pull this off. The Umbreon is still looking pretty healthy. Not really, but it has enough health to survive a couple of quick moves from the Talonflame. They're still holding on to 1 shield, but at this point, I do believe they're almost within farm down range. Gonna go ahead and let the Ninetales go down here. Bring in the Umbreon, and we're just simply gonna farm it down, taking the win with that XL. Let's go. This thing was one of the funnest Pokemon. I mean, Umbreon is not necessarily like so fun to use. It's more like, yeah, we got an Umbreon on our team, the tank. If you don't have a Charm or a Shadow Machamp or fighting to some degree, it's gonna be a GG. So yeah, Umbreon's definitely a good Pokemon to have. Fun factor, it's there, but it's mostly for that tanky property. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and go for the foul play onto the Venusaur here. And we just kind of have this like little neck-to-neck matchup. Venusaur is a very good Pokemon. We all know this. Frenzy Plant, Vine Whip is just so good. They're going to be swapping to catch the foul play with their Escavalier here. We do have a Talonflame coincidentally now, so we're going to go ahead and just swap into that. Let everything go through, no problem. And just see what they're going to come back in here with. And work around it. So we are up Pokemon, and it's a Swampert. So what we're going to do is just go straight Brave Bird 2 of them. As a matter of fact, we're going to shield one of these Hydro Cannons here, because it is going to put on the pressure for them to double shield. And we have a Venusaur. So once we get the shields here, it's a GG. I mean, I think it's a GG anyways at this point. Missing some bubbles, I don't even care. And we're getting that shield, beautiful. So they're going to be forced to throw again. They do not want a Brave Bird to get through, obviously, right? So we do have the Venusaur, and we're still holding on to a shield. So great. They're going to be swapping into their own Venusaur. We're going to go right into our Umbreon to absorb this. Go back in with our own Venusaur. And, oh, very nice play there. They under tap so they can farm more. Going in with our Venusaur, going to go ahead and just hit the Frenzy Plant on that 0 shield opponent. Take them out, and, well, you know, the rest is history once we see that Swampert here. And I think they maybe like threw their phone at this point, or dropped their phone, or just stopped tapping, or what. The good game here. Moving on to our next opponent, folks. What's it going to be? Oh, a Charizard. This is great. Love this. Blast Burns are fun. So most of the time you see a Charizard, it's going to more than likely have Dragon Breath. I'm not saying there's not going to be Fire Spinners out there, but you have Talonflame now, so the Dragon Breath Charizard's playing a bigger role. So we also, I do believe we have the Alolan Ninetales on our team, which is going to be resisting that. So if they do decide to retreat, we'll be able to just counter them and hold it down with the Ninetales later. Looks like they're staying here. And, man, this is going to get off a charge move. This is probably going to be a Dragon Claw, so we're just going to go ahead and shield it up anyways. See if they want to burn both of their shields on that Charizard. Alright, so they're letting it go through, and we're going to go ahead and swap into our Ninetales and farm them down here. So they didn't instantly swap, so I'm guessing they didn't want a loose swap here. Going in with the Snorlax, but since they didn't swap, we're able to gain a ton of energy on our Ninetales here. We're looking great, expecting a shield here, and they are using that last one. And we have the Machamp in the back, folks, so please take me out as quick as possible, but unfortunately for this battle here, we're going to be able to bring it down low because, well, they're shieldless here. And, yeah, it's okay. I mean, we're still in a good position, but I would love to go in here with the Machamp and start farming up. So now they're too low. It's really not going to do anything. We're going to go ahead and let it go down. And now we can go ahead and go in here with Machamp and farm that little bit. But they're going to be instantly swapping into their Venusaur here. So we're going to go ahead and go for a Rock Slide. We're in a kind of a predicament. All right, so Gonna go ahead and swap into our Umbreon here and get off this. I mean, why predicament? We're in a winning predicament. What's I talking about? This is great. So I actually stopped tapping. If you look at that for a second, I thought I won. I forgot all about the Snorlax here. And I don't shield this just for the flex, just for fun. And we take out that Machamp, do a gut punch. Pah! All right, into the next opponent here. Let's see what we're going to be met with. And it is a Talonflame. What are we going to see them do? Retreat instantly into a Kingdra. So what we're going to do is gain some energy and go ahead and swap into our Ninetales, just so our, Umbreon's ready to go with some charge moves. And they're going to be hitting us with that Octazooka, lowering our attack. Dang, kidding me already? That move is silly. All right, anyways, we're going for Dazzling Gleam, getting a shield out of them. All right, that's cool. That's fine. And we're going to go ahead and let this next one go through. We don't care if it's an Outrage. All right, that's resisted. So just went for Octazooka to potentially get another attack drop. But hey, that works. Going to go ahead and go for that Dazzling Gleam and take them out there. They are down a shield, and we have 2 left. Ninetales is not healthy. Coming in, and oh, I was just shocked to the fact that I was actually able to get this Weather Ball off. Those Incinerates register so slow. So we're going to go ahead and throw our Umbreon here with that loaded energy that we did build up before we swapped. Doing a nice chunk to that Talonflame. Absolutely going to go ahead and let this go through a Flame Charge. They're vamping themselves up there. Still holding on to 2 shields, and they threw in the Venusaur to catch. Very well played here. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Machamp. So they are down a shield, and we're going to go ahead and build up to that Rock Slide here. So I think we do, yeah, going to have to shield that up. Building up a little bit of extra energy here. Unfortunately, going for the, I mean, I was trying to get a shield. They didn't give it. They're like, no. What are you thinking? What do you think? I'm going to shield up this Venusaur? I'm going to come in here with Talonflame and put some work in here. So that's a shame. So they're coming back in here. And I guess this is okay. They're going to be getting off their energy, but they're really going to be vamped up against this Umbreon here. So I need to watch myself. And at this point, I have lost track on how much energy they have. So they could have plenty of it back there, and I don't know. I shield this up, and they're just going to hit me with it again. So can we get to a charge move? Oh, we are able to. Beautiful, and that is going to be game. If you did enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll be catching you all on my next video. Thanks for watching, and take care, trainers.